Did you know that Primoz Roglic used to be a ski jumper? Well, I'm not sure anyone has ever mentioned that one before, but at the Giro d'Italia, he's doing his very best to become known not for being an ex-ski jumper, but for being one of the strongest bike riders in the world. And this is one of the 4 different road bikes that he has at this year's race. This is Roglic's custom-painted Bianchi Oltre XR4. Now, before we get started properly, see if you can spot the Di2 junction box. The Bianchi Oltre XR4 is Bianchi's all-round aerodynamic road race frame and is the choice of just about every rider on the Jumbo-Visma team. The frame includes countervail technology, which is Bianchi's way of reducing vibrations that you feel while riding that have been transmitted by the road. Bianchi actually claim that countervail cancels out 80% of the vibrations that you feel while riding, and it also makes the frame stiffer and stronger. But the standout thing about this frame has to be the paint job. Just take a look at the eagle, which is apparently flying over the Col de Galibier to commemorate Roglic's win on stage 17 of the 2017 Tour de France. On the top tube of the bike, there's a little symbol showing off the telemark position that ski jumpers land in, which is also what Roglic does on the podium whenever he wins a bike race. Moving on to the components now, and Roglic's bike has the top-of-the-range Shimano Dura Ace Di2 R9150 group set front to back. That includes the Shimano R9100P power meter cranks, which is a change for Jumbo-Visma this year as they previously used the Pioneer power meters. The chainset is 5339 with 172.5mm cranks, pretty much standard for pros, and those are paired to an 11-30 cassette, so Roglic is clearly ready for the mountains already. Although Roglic has the choice of a disc brake model of the XR4, he, like almost all of his teammates, opts for the rim brake version, meaning that he uses Dura Ace 9100 direct mount brakes. Now, have you spotted the Di2 junction box? Any ideas? Any at all? Yep, that's right, under the saddle. What? Jumbo-Visma mechanics getting a little bit creative there, hiding the junction box out of the wind, running longer wires alongside the rear brake cable and then up through the seat post. What an awesome hack. Now, aside from that, Roglic uses FSA OS99 bars and stem, both of which are aluminium. He uses a 110mm long stem with 40cm wide bars, fitted onto which he uses sprint shifters, which is quite interesting for a GC rider, I think you'd have to say. How about the wheels then? Well, Roglic has a pair of Shimano C40 tubular wheels with 26mm wide Vittoria Corsa tyres glued on, and that includes, of course, that lovely gum sidewall. Finishing up the bike, we've got a Fizik Antares 00 saddle with carbon braided rails, a pair of Shimano Dura Ace 9100 pedals, some Celeste FSA bar tape, tacx water bottles and cages with a grippy substance glued on to the inside of the cages for added security. Now the measurements. Roglic rides a size 53 frame and he stands at 1.77 m tall, meaning that he can get a pretty slammed position on it. From the top of the saddle to the centre of the bottom bracket, it measures 73.5 centimetres. From the tip of the saddle to the centre of the bars, it's 56 centimetres, and the saddle to bar drop is a massive 14.5 centimetres. All in, the bike weighs 7.03 kilograms. If you've enjoyed this look at Primoz Roglic's pro bike, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below and make sure you check out the GCN shop at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com. Finally, for another pro bike from here at the Giro d'Italia, click just there.